One. Okay, everybody, welcome back to D&D. Last we left off, you guys were going through. You guys fought some ghouls and kind of ran away out of that situation that you were in.
Forgot about
And then,
that.
yes, and then after you had done that, you guys came to the tower. That something up top is firing something, and you guys snuck in, got a little bit of information as far as kind of what's going on there, as far as kind of what's outside of it. DT was not able to get inside when he snuck in, so
I
you
could
guys
have,
as
I
a
just
group
didn't want to.
decided to sneak across. Um, decided to sneak across. You guys got shot at a couple times, whether on purpose or happenstance, and now you guys are standing in front of the tower.
I feel like it was definitely on purpose.
We aren't on a
I
purpose.
feel like we would easily be able to distinguish where these shots are landing.
Oh, there's like patterns of hundreds of holes.
Anyway,
Yeah, there's a few giants on the roof and they're playing Connect 4.
so did we stop in the middle of our break for the fucking towers?
No, we
No.
stopped after you guys had gotten through the break and had made it there.
Okay,
And we're now in front of the tower.
sweet. Is there any sort of entrance or?
So what there is lying before you is there is a large stone door or stone door that has a perfectly carved dwarven, I guess we could call it knight or otherwise, a plate mailed dwarf standing with finely braided beards. You can see the individual stone braided hairs. It's so finely crafted. He is carrying a large uh, two-handed hammer that he holds at about waist height, and leaning behind that is a stone shield.
I thought we were in human territory.
This is the Dwarven Tower.
This is bad country.
Well, obviously it's a dwarven tower, but didn't we see human corpses earlier?
Yep.
Could have been adventurous.
I'm more talking to group.
Oh, fair enough.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
There could have been other people traveling the trail.
That was just a bit.
It's okay, Gov. Not a lot of this makes sense, right?
Well,
Well, I know I can help you, of course, with this. It does seem as if the land is hurting, so if I can be of any use. Oh, by the way, I am Saluna. I haven't heard you speak yet. Talking to Alara, saying you weren't here last week.
Are we just gonna retcon it? It was Teddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Must have.
that's what we've been doing.
Oh, I didn't notice you. I'm sorry. I'm a lark. Who is this?
Oh, my name is Saluna. They found me just on the edge of the forest the day back.
Alone?
Yes.
How? Like, how did you live?
I am quite good at hiding. I can change my shape and I can become small so things do not find me. And if those little wonderful creatures with the big mouths, they tried to bite and grab onto my legs, but I just gave them a good stern kick.
Oh, if it works, it works.
Yes.
Seem like you'll be helpful.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Do you remember these towers?
I've never been here.
That's the thing where he's from another continent, remember?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Daneth is. Goldear's lived here, but he did not wander within the Mithril Trail.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
It has been lost longer than his lifetime.
How old are you, Dalton?
202. I am 212 years old.
Do you know how long the darkness has been here?
No, most people who went in search did not come back. There have been stories of creatures, but it has never been this bad.
Well, do you know what? Has the Mithril Trail always been dwarven territory?
It was shared for some time. dwarven and human. There's a large trade depot to the south that we walked around. Human settlement, farming mostly. Vagrants from kingdom that was ruined, and they set up shop there, from what I understand.
So it isn't unusual that this is dwarven architecture, then?
I mean, the Mithril chair was made by dwarves.
Fair enough. Okay.
And what wonderful
Well-
handicraft that you have done. I mean, this statue, oh, it is so beautiful. Yes.
Right. This-
Fully?
Yeah, we full rested earlier.
Yeah, I'm down a
Right.
couple of spells, but you didn't do anything, or Teddy didn't do anything, so.
Alright. God, I'm so happy to be off that dumb shift.
I'm probably
How long has it been since we had our last rest?
a couple of hours.
So it's not like we're gonna camp out in the tower. Okay.
Can I go over and have a look at the statue?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Okay, new character, who this?
Okay.
She is blown away by how pretty it is.
Yeah, it's looking at it, it seems to be carved as a someone maybe around the same age as Goldier. Similar facial kind of structures, and kind of just age has affected him in a lot of the same ways. A hair that is long and braided going down behind his back that seems to have these bands kind of matching it. And some of it is braided forward into his beard as his beard goes down to about just below where his sternum would be, or just below where his rib cages would be. As it is braided once again beautifully, not a hair set out of place, which makes sense because it's a statue. He's wearing some kind of, it looks like plate mail or something akin to it, like a half plate. There's no helmet. And he's holding a large dwarven hammer, and has a shield leaning up behind it. It all seems to be one piece of the stone, whatever type of stone this is that it's been carved out of.
I have never seen something so wonderfully carved like this. It is quite beautiful.
All the while, like this explosions keep happening above the tower.
So
Tower.
maybe
What?
Gub and friends should be moving.
There are explosions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just ran across a fucking mortar field.
Yeah,
Pay
you guys.
attention a lot.
Something's been firing from the top of the tower. You guys ran through that. Some people got shot.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why I'm at 14 HP. Now I remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Did I try use a healing kit on you?
You did use the healing kit.
Yeah, I used one on Gob then, and one on Abraxas, I think.
Yeah,
And one
I
on
remember that.
Danet.
I think I was lower, and now I'm at 14. That was what it was.
Well, I can.
Who's
boot
all
you-
not feeling good?
Gub doesn't feel good. Gub hurts.
Daneth isn't perfectly healthed, as he took a cannonball to the face.
and he's-
When is Staneth ever perfect?
but no.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's old as shit.
Abraxas is still hurt, and Abraxas is still hurt. as well.
I'll dish out 3 level 1s. It's gonna go Daneth, Gub, Abrax.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah!
Really? Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What are the fucking odds?
Not great. 1 in
8
24,
times 8 times 8.
or something
so-
like that.
7 times 7 times
8
7.
times 8. Oh yeah, 7.
Well, no, 8 because you're rolling a d8 each time.
Alright, moving on.
What's 64 times
Sorry,
8?
that was dumb of me. Well, I hope that can help. What are we gonna do now?
Well, I assume we are going inside. And the
How
detail-
big is it?
The statue?
No, the tower.
It's standing about 220 feet tall or so.
God damn.
Fuck, how big's the doorway looking?
Technically, it's actually higher up than you can see. So I shouldn't have technically told you that. But,
It's at least 30 feet tall.
the light actually shines 60 feet, so
It's at least
it's
60 feet.
feet.
How big is the doorway?
The doorway looks like it's large enough for a cart to come through.
Can we
The
fit 2 by 2?
pathways- Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's a large closed stone door.
Does anyone know how to
I mean,
open it? Or is it locked?
Yeah,
Should you try pushing on it?
I gotta push on it.
okay. Try to shove it open.
Mm-hmm.
As you go up to begin doing that, you're pushing and pushing, and there's not a lot of give. As you hear a, what do you do?
Oh my god, that hurt my ears so bad.
Is it opening or closing? Or nothing?
It opened a little bit,
And
like it moved a little bit.
okay, and I hear a hissing noise.
Yep.
I hate snakes. And I'm bolting back to behind everybody else.
Okay. Who's within probably 10 feet of the door right now?
Probably me.
Probably not.
Me, unless you're counting me running out.
I'll give you advantage on the save.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Well, how far is the statue?
Statue's probably about 15 feet away from it. It's designed to where like carts could go around on either side of it and into the tower.
I think I'd still be by the statue though.
Okay.
Not
Both
too
you roll me a
far.
con save then.
Constitution.
He's within 10 feet of me. He gets a +2.
Gee. No, whoops. I forgot to do the key pass, but I rolled 19.
It's still no.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you guys, as you hear this hissing, you both pull back and kind of begin. You're bolting, just running away. Solomon, you kind of just pull up your arm in front of your face as you're backing up, kind of acting a little defensive as you begin seeing this small, thick cloud spread out from the base of the door as you kind of jump back as it comes out about 10 feet or so, and then it fades out as the door pushes forward again into its original position.
Someone farted in there.
Alright, so it's gonna be one of those towers.
Could we knock it down?
No,
Dungeon tower!
there's traps, so we have to be worried about, dropping pits into spikes and arrows coming through the walls.
From the
Whoever's
outside?
in there doesn't want people getting in.
Ooh.
Well, what if we knock it down?
Why would we knock it down?
This is
So
our
they can't shoot
shelter.
us?
I'm not a level
okay,
17 druid.
Let me not say why. How would we knock it down?
I only ask questions. I don't solve.
Good.
You know what?
Alright.
Well said. Well said, Alaric.
So whoever can see the best needs to be up front.
Got it.
Gub,
Yep.
you?
So as I did say, there was so just as a reminder for those of you who can speak Dwarven, because he said
I
it
can
last
speak
week.
Dwarven.
There are symbols on the edge of the door.
Alright, what do they say?
Around the rims of the door.
Yeah, and I rolled low on my perception or
marks and
investigation, so
stuff.
I don't know what.
So
it's
just
pretty-
as a reminder, because I'm like, oh wait, we didn't go over that. He didn't say it again. So
What
we'll go over that
do
real quick.
they say? Or what do they mean?
So there's just a few words.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and load for me. A test must be trialed to enter the locked tower. It has been sealed up due to sickness. Only those strong enough, wise enough, or smart enough may enter. To those who seek entry, ask upon Grumdir.
Oh, Gub is smart.
Yeah, I'll read. I've read that aloud. I assume if I can, unless he didn't.
Can we get that?
Gub,
Their
copy?
name-
Gub
I
cannot
wrote
speak
it-
Dwarven.
I
Gub
wrote
just
down a
assumed
test
you
must be trialed to enter the tower, sealed due to sickness. Ask upon Grumdir.
Who is
Something
Grumdir?
about smart, wise, and I'm assuming Is there a name on that statue?
There's
Any
not.
plaque?
There is one on the statue. There is on the hammer itself has in writing Grumdir.
Does anyone want to ask the statue to enter the tower? Or for the trial?
Oh, great Grumdir. And I get on my hands and knees. Please allow us to enter the tower.
Second thought's probably not best for a goblin to ask.
I'm really trying to grovel. Like I'm getting down in there.
Yeah, the only
Roll me
thing,
a persuasion check as you continue this.
the only person who could
Kids-
grovel better than a goblin is probably a kobold.
Can someone else roll it for me? I'm not in my bedroom right now. I just D20 plus 4.
Who wants to roll it?
I got it.
Okay.
Alright, Clayton, this is for you.
I believe in you.
Yeah!
22.
What'd you get?
Natural
22?
one.
Fuck yeah. No, thanks, John.
No problem, dude.
As you
You really
As
gubbed
you-
that one.
as you are yeah,
Fuck
as you were
It's a
as you were
verb.
groveling at the base of the statue and you speak, Grumdir, the words on the hammer begin to glow.
Oh. It's just in response to the word Grumdir.
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 Yep.
Okay. Oh, let's all just start chanting Grumdir. Grumdir, Grumdir, Grumdir.
Do we all have to say Grumdir?
Yes.
Does anything happen when Saluna said Grumdir?
It's like every time he says Grumdir, the hammer lights up where the word is, and then it fades.
Are there any other words on the hammer?
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm not good at those. Come on, I rolled well for Gob, roll well for me! Yes!
What'd you roll?
I really gubbed that one.
You gubbed that one, John. Good gubbin'.
As you're looking over it, there's not anything on the hammer, but as you're continuing to look through the statue, his shield, very faint or very tinily around the rims of it, it basically continues on repeat and says, "To he who has passed the trial of strength, we imbue upon him the strength of mountains. To him who was wiser than all beast, to him we give the mantle of Beast King. To he who was smarter than any mage, to him we give our most enchanted weapons."
Oh, God likes that one.
So, real quick, all those things that he said, like enchanted weapons and the thing you said before with the beasts, whatever. Does this guy look like the statue looks like he have all these things on him?
Taking a closer look at him, so I mean he's wearing like a half plate mail type of armor. His plate is fur lined, and he does have a hammer and shield.
Do you see anything?
Yeah, he's got all these things that it said. I think Glumdir might be the guy. He might be the one, maybe the first guy. Maybe he built this tower. Maybe he was the first one to, get to the top.
Does that name ring any bells?
Knowledge history.
You need to be.
Would any
No, you
of
don't.
the
You don't have to be trained.
do any of the 24 dwarves we've got traveling with us have any idea about this guy?
24? There's
There's
two
two.
of them. I will give him advantage on this. Okay. Alaric. As you're kind of talking about your knowledge for dwarven history is more about forging techniques and specific forge masters and otherwise. And as you're kind of talking about this, Goldir begins kind of reciting kind of a line that he heard when he was a child as a nursery.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga.
As you're kind of doing
ooga,
this and
ooga.
recounting history and kind of going over the stories, kind of like almost as a ritual that you would pray, it jogs something in his memory. while this is not your area of expertise, just due to regional, Guldir goes, he was the man who tamed these lands outside of the capital of the Mithril Trail. Made it safe for passage.
Do we ask him for safe passage then?
I'm not sure. I just
Well,
know
there's
the
more
story.
bouncing ideas off of people.
Mr. Grumday, are we allowed inside? It would be
Every time you say his name, the hammer just glows a little bit.
Well, what of these trials?
Maybe we can ask him to do the trials to test us.
everybody on 3. Say his name. 1, 2, 3. Grumday.
Gromdir.
There.
It glows brighter.
Okay.
God was right. Gromdir, 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 Gromdir.
Grumday.
Grumdir, we wish to undertake the trials.
The hammer at the base where it's sitting on to the bottom continues to, every time you say his name, it glows.
Hey, who thinks they're smart? Who thinks they're the smartest one here?
Gub doesn't like to brag, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Gov,
Ever-
ask him
ever
if
since
you
the
can do
hobgoblin
the
died.
trial for intelligence.
oh, Gromdir, and I get on my hands and knees again.
I visit or audibly sigh.
Would you let Gub, the oh so intelligent one, take your test?
Your test?
Yes.
Your intelligence test.
Your test of intelligence, of course.
Okay. As you say this, the statue just lifts the hammer off of the ground, like just picks it up a little bit. It spins on the solid stone. Like there's no pivot points or otherwise. The statue is simply just turning. And as you're standing there, it just turns the like handle towards himself and the base of the hammer towards you.
Oh. Okay.
Do you have
Hey,
to take
so-
his hammer?
I thought, is this statue like average? Is this dwarf
It's about the
size?
same size as a dwarf, but it's on a pedestal. Like it's maybe a
Oh,
little larger than a
okay,
dwarf.
okay.
Like so instead of maybe like 5, like between the 5-ish feet that most dwarves are, he's probably like closer to 5.5, 6 feet for a dwarf. Standard build, like he doesn't have human proportions. He's just a big ass dwarf.
Okay.
But he's standing on a pedestal that's maybe about 3.5 feet off the ground.
Can you describe what happened with the hammer again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he basically, it turns completely around. So imagine like you're sticking a greatsword in the ground, so the blade is into the ground, right?
Uh-huh.
But now it's a hammer. So he spins around on it, and then as it turns towards you, he then pulls the top where the handle bit, the end of the hammer, towards his chest. And so the hammer bit is now hanging over the platform with the base of it towards you. The grip is the same, it's just pivoted.
Okay.
So
I
now,
kind of
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I kind of look at the group like,
He is
You're the
offering.
intelligent one.
He is offering you his hammer.
okay. Gub's
Hold
kind
on,
of like,
hold on, Gub. Check it for
Yeah.
traps first.
oh, right, okay. Now I'm gonna check for traps.
Investigation.
She get advantage with Solomon.
I mean, I don't. It's his trial. I don't want to.
It was
I'm
more
just-
of a warning, like
I'm
to
just-
remind him.
Yeah, I'm not trying. He's the
Yeah,
intelligent.
that's the
one.
advantage. He gets to make the roll.
Every great intelligent person has a person behind them whispering in their ear.
telling them all the things that they should do.
Yeah, don't fuck up.
Exactly.
Don't fuck up.
Just do it well. So Gub, as the hammer is pulled back, as you kind of are looking at it, like the base of it, and kind of looking up his arm a little bit, like looking to the face hasn't changed at all,
Okay.
but something about this makes you very scared of what's going to happen if you fail.
I think it's the fact that it's a dwarven fucking trap is what makes me scared.
I mean, you don't see anything trap-like.
So the full body spun around.
Yep. No pivot, no like seam in the stone or anything. It's like all carved as one piece.
Okay. And the full body spun around, but the hammer is still. The hammer part of it is on the ground still.
No, it was lifted up
It was lifted
off
up.
of the ground, and then he
Okay.
like. So imagine picking your greatsword off of the ground, so you have to hoist it
Okay.
a little bit higher, and then you
Okay.
aim the handle, the pommel, towards you, and the blade out. That's what he did with the hammer, so that the base.
Oh,
so
so
he's
the-
pointing
so
at
the-
him.
The hammer part is pointed at me.
Yeah, it's like this. Like this is gonna be shitty as all hell, but this is fine.
It's okay. I'm sorry that I'm having a
No,
difficult
you're
time
fine.
understanding
Like
it.
this is the dude. Okay, the hammer is now like this over the edge.
Oh,
That's
he's
the
like
base.
pointing down to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it more like tilted up a bit.
Yeah, like he tilted the handle.
Okay,
His top
okay,
hand
okay.
pulled it towards his like chest, so it's just pointed out. As Grumdir is now, the word is just bright.
The word that's showing is bright,
No.
or
His
it
name is
visually.
not fading.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
As you like look back to your group.
Saloon's got a big smile and like thumbs up, like yeah.
Gub is going to. You know what Gub is gonna do? He's gonna approach, and he's gonna lift his gun up to touch the tip of his gun to the tip of the hammer.
You're touching
Okay.
tips.
Yeah, touching tips.
Mm-hmm.
As a sign of respect, I guess.
Okay. Tap. So you're like looking around.
Does anything happen?
Nope. Well, you
Okay.
press your gun against the hammer.
Yeah, and nothing happens.
No,
Right?
nothing aside from that happens.
Okay. Can I like? How high up is it? Like.
Like I said, it's about 3.5 feet to the podium, and now it's maybe altogether like it's just barely over the podium. So it's probably like 3 3/4 feet up, or 3 1/4 feet off of the ground.
Okay. I want to get under the hammer and kind of like kneel down, like I'm about to be knighted, basically.
Okay.
Anything?
Roll me a perception check. No, but you can see Grumdir on the backside of the hammer now too. And now that you're close enough, you can actually notice, because the lantern light is so bright, they couldn't really tell it, but as the shadow from the hammer hits the shield, you can see the part that says, and he who is smarter or who is more intelligent than our brightest mages, we give him and our strongest weapons. And you see that part is just very faintly glowing on 2 separate parts of the shield.
Okay.
Well, I guess you don't. Part of it is glowing. You can't read Dwarvish.
That's
Yeah, I
fine.
got him though. I've been backing him up.
No,
Okay.
but it's also like, why don't we say like I just remember what he said, because I do remember that
That's fair.
Solomon said something of that along
And
those
they're
lines, and
parsed
that does
out.
help me.
There's like
Okay.
spaces.
Okay, with that then I'm gonna try and reach up and touch the hammer myself.
Okay. As you reach up and touch the hammer, I need you to roll me a will save if you're trying to resist any effects.
I guess I am. I don't know. I'm scared. You mean wisdom, right?
Yep.
God,
Wisdom.
I hate wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Gub, as you touch it,
Uh-huh.
you stand up and look back towards your group.
Do I?
You do.
Okay.
As you look to them, you say, "Welcome, friends. Thank you for
Welcome,
coming.
friends.
Thank you for coming to. Thank you for coming to try to get into that fort behind you guys. Well, Gup thinks it'd be a good idea if we pass intelligence check." As he reaches to the stone, as he pulls out 5 small stones, as he jingles them in his hands. The test of roses. I will give one example. You will have a few minutes to figure out after I roll a second time what the result is.
So what are we doing with this?
As he rolls out 5 dice.
Okay.
Are we gonna? Is he rolling up the character?
As it lands, he goes, "An odd thing indeed. 0 is the result of this roll.
Zero.
I will do it one more time halfway through halfway through your time. Begin."
0 is the result of this roll. Do I get to participate now?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
full control.
Okay. 0 is the result of this roll.
It's the test of roses. Fuck. 0 is the result of this roll.
Gup was not ready for this.
As Gub, you're no longer overwhelmed. I'm gonna stop that. As he just because that one was kind of bullshit. I'm gonna roll it one more time for you guys to help you guys out. And this is the test of the rosebuds, by the way.
Rosebuds. Okay.
All right.
The
So the
answer
result
is
of
sled.
this, the result of this roll is 8. Because now it goes back to Gub.
You said.
Am I the only one that's allowed to say
No,
anything?
roll the dice in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You're just the
Oh.
conduit for this.
The result of this roll is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. Rosebuds. What? Does that have any significance?
What do you do with a rosebud? Does anyone take care of rosebuds?
Gup eats roses when he sees them.
Yes.
The only thing I'm seeing here is the even numbers add up to 8. That is it. The odd numbers, if you... Rosebud.
Well, the petals on the rose kind of go out from the center and go out in layers. So I was thinking maybe it was something like that.
What would we do with that?
I do not know.
You know the thing people do. I love you not. I love you. Right? Right? Is that what you were talking about? Is that what you were talking about?
That
That's
is more
not
with
with a
daisies.
rose, though.
Upper left corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
The result of this one is 8.
Is 8. Result of this one is 8.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the timer real quick. Keep thinking about it, but I'm gonna draw the next one for you guys.
What if each number represents a value? So like an odd number would represent a 1, and an even number would represent a 2. Also, what was the result of the 14?
1, 1,
Give
2.
me a
That's
sec.
3.
Yeah, but how do you
1,
get 0
2.
on that first one then?
Well, it obviously has to do with the die faces, because Ox wouldn't have drawn them out for no reason.
Yeah.
4, 1, 5, 6. No, that wouldn't work. Because it would be 7 for number 2. If you do it your way. Yup.
I'm not saying that it has to be specifically 1 and 2. It could be like
I know, I'm just.
The result for the second one is 0.
so we've gotten 0, 8, 0. Ox, can you just tell us, does the total value mean anything?
Yes,
Okay,
you're
okay.
you're trying to figure out why these numbers are becoming this. Like, why are these
Well,
dice
no.
rolls
I
becoming this?
more meant like the 23, 19, and 14.
No, those are irrelevant.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes it.
Those are completely irrelevant.
Okay.
It just automatically does that. I can't stop it.
Okay. If 2 of these are becoming 0s, that means there has to be some sort of subtraction going on here.
Wait, is that third one is 0 too?
Yes.
Yes.
So do we know about the first roll? Is that something or are we just like
Yeah,
trashing them?
we'll say yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
Who has a passive perception of 16 or higher?
Nobody.
I do. I think.
Oh, DT. I
What?
forgot DT's a cleric, so he has
No,
high
druid.
wisdom.
Yeah, 16.
Druid, same.
And I hate puzzles.
DT, and everyone else. It's to the bottom left. As this has been going on, this has shown up at the bottom.
Feather?
Bottom left.
Yeah, 2 and 0.
Oh. Could it be that we have to count the number of outside dots? So for the first one, both sets of 3 have 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. 4s don't count because they have a center dot, but since 5 has a center dot, the outside counts as 4, so that would be 8.
Well, 3 has a center dot and 1 has a center dot. So
No, 1 doesn't have a center dot because
Yes, it
it has 1
does.
dot, so it can't have a center dot. You can't have outsides with 1 dot.
it doesn't matter. The dot's still in the center.
All right, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying outside dots.
Yeah, he's saying relative to other dots. I understand what you're saying. You're not saying center on the dice, but you're saying center
Okay.
relative to the dot. I see what you mean. Okay, so that.
I mean, it fits.
Gob isn't sure about that. So if it has no center dot, then it doesn't count at all?
Yeah.
That would technically work.
That satisfies all of them.
Well, what about
I just don't know how it would
So
tie
you,
into a
so you
rose.
only count it if it
Well,
has
yeah.
a center dot? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, so you're only going to count
Okay.
a 3 and a
3
5, really.
5.
And a 3 is going to count as 2, and a 5 is going to count as 4.
What did the entity ask for in the first place? Did it say anything specific?
Well, he was giving us a few examples to figure it out, and then it was going to roll, and we've got to tell it the answer, I think.
Oh, only count dots
Wait, why is
when
this
there is
0?
a center dot.
Well,
Okay.
only count 3s or 5s.
Only count 3s or 5. Well, you wouldn't be counting the center dot if it was a 3 or 5.
Well, no, a
Well,
3.
yeah, you're counting the outside. A 3 is a 2 and a
Yeah,
5 is a 4.
only count outside dots when there's a center
Yeah,
dot.
so the only dot numbers that you are counting are 3s and 5s.
But no, but why wouldn't number 1 be 11 then?
Because it's
Because
only
there's
one
no
dot. You can't
outside
have an
dots.
outside dot when there's one dot.
Yeah, it's still
It's
0.
all relative to the center dot. You know, there's nothing
But
relative.
But
the
when you
shifts back down as his eyes begin glowing, as Gub just turns around as those dice sink into the stone. He reaches it onto the pedestal again and rolls another set of dice.
God damn it! I don't think we were right.
Answer.
Okay,
2,
so
4,
I'm gonna. Can you
8.
clear some of it so we can?
It's like 2, 4, 8, 10,
12, 6.
14, 18.
10,
2, 4,
14.
6,
Yep, 18.
18.
So you're
So
not
then-
okay. So those are
18.
kind of like. I think I
Could it
understand.
be
now.
like petals to a rose, like but
Yeah, the center doesn't count because the center's the center,
Oh,
and that makes sense.
we're counting the petals, sorta.
Yeah, but you're not counting the center, so that means that wouldn't be 11. It would be 8 on the first one. You're right.
So what was the answer?
18.
Okay. As
What?
his eyes stop glowing, his hands release the hammer as they go into his hands. As he opens it, as you see a rosebud form, as 2 petals fall to the side. As it falls and hits to the ground, it shows a 3. As he holds just a rosebud by itself, it falls and comes up as a 1. As he opens, as the rose completely opens with 4 petals, it falls to the ground and hits a 5. And the rest of them, each time he opens for a 2, a 4, or a 6, only petals fall to the ground and turn to ash.
Good
job,
fucking
guys.
going, Logan. Logan,
Thanks,
that was
man.
really fucking smart.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah, so it's the odd numbers. A 1 is a 0, 0, 2, and 4 were the numbers. Yeah, okay. I gotcha.
As his hands release the hammer, as his hands come to a close in front of him.
Where's the hammer go?
Hammer's just stuck in the stone, or just setting in the stone.
Oh,
I believe that was the intelligence test.
It is a. I may look big, but I am not particularly good at the strong ones. As I said, I am kind of small for a centaur. I'm looking at what's his name? Solomon.
All right. What if this is the wisdom one? It's wise to not pull things out of stones that aren't yours.
He asked if he could do the intelligence one, and that seemed to be the
Oh,
one
okay.
that
I
was
see what you
given.
mean.
I don't think there's any specific order to it.
Okay.
But I wish
I'm-
you luck.
I'll
And
give it a shot.
can I cast guidance on him?
Yeah.
Boop. D4 on an ability check of your choice for the next minute.
Nice. So before that, I just want to make sure there's no gas coming out of this. I know Gub checked it, but I'd like to check it before I pull it out of the stone and it releases something and hurts us all. Alright?
The gas came from the door, not the statue.
No, I know. I'm just scared this thing's gonna blow up on us. I'm gonna roll a perception before I do anything.
Investigation.
Investigation, that's the one. Looks good to me.
He's released his hands as the stone or the hammer sits. This large warhammer sits sticking up out of the ground. His name completely gone. The only thing, the glowing emblem of the shield of the intelligence of our strongest or our smartest mages. To him we bestow our greatest weapons, our greatest armaments, actually.
Alright, Grumdir, I guess I'm the strong one here, so I'd like to do the strength trial.
As you do, his hands come to an open fold, as he's like holding out his hands like, you know, a man who would hold out his arms and look up at the heavens, but instead he's just looking directly at you.
So he's holding his arm out?
He's holding both of his arms out, like, imagine someone like basking in the rain or something with their elbows bent at a 90 degree looking up at the rain, but instead he's looking like directly at you.
Bear hug competition.
No, I don't know. I don't know if that's what he wants.
I am a hugger. I can give him a hug if you'd like.
Are his palms open, like,
Yep.
up, or what are they? Okay.
They're open up. Like a priest, like gub in the bottom
Like
right.
the, like that, what's it called? Okay, in the bottom.
Gub's in the bottom right.
That's been there for ages.
Do you guys think he wants his hammer? Does he want me to pick up the hammer and give it to him?
He does not look like he's standing like he wants the hammer.
Okay. What does he look like he's standing?
He could be.
Yeah, I thought the hands open thing was...
Oh, okay. I thought it was like wide open, like, oh no, Jesus is standing there.
No, he's not like, come at me. No. He's like, put your arms by your waist, okay? Like
Yep.
straight.
And then straight up.
Bend them 90 degrees.
Yep.
Just bend the elbows 90 degrees and then turn them out to the outside of your body a little bit. That's how he's holding his hands.
Yep. I got you.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up the hammer.
It would be so much easier if
Okay.
we had cameras.
Okay. Alright. As you go to grip the hammer, as you do, roll me a will save.
Will save. Can I add the
Wis-
D4 to
wisdom
it?
Save? It's
No,
not an
that's
Do I have
ability
to
check.
do it
check, it's
after?
a save.
Okay. Wisdom save. Huh.
You feel something come into your mind, like it's trying to give you something.
Give
but you
me
push
something.
it to the side,
That's good.
and you push it off to the side, as the hammer from top to bottom has lit up, and slowly the light is going down.
I'm gonna give it to him real quick.
Okay, roll me a strength check to pick up the hammer.
But this is something I can add the
Yes.
D4 to. Do I have to do it before or after?
Before.
Can I do it after? Before?
Alright,
I'm-
after rolling once during.
I'm just gonna do it because there's nothing else I was gonna use the D4 for.
You can use it before or after.
Alright, I'll do it. I mean, I'm still gonna use it.
Alright, so I need you to describe to me what you're doing right now.
What I'm doing to put the hammer? To pick up the hammer?
How are you picking up this hammer?
Alright, shake out my hands. I'm gonna take like the plate that's on the front of it just so I can get some nice grip on it. Take my gauntlets off, give them
Okay.
to slip off or whatever. Put both my feet on the ground, one foot on the pedestal that the statue's on, and I'm gonna get both my hands real good on it and just
Oh, do you understand the pedestal's 3.5 feet tall?
yeah. That's
You
why I'm
have
kicking
the
my
length in your legs to just casually.
maybe.
Oh, it depends on
I
what
can.
you're grabbing. What the hammerhead itself?
I guess can I get up? I'm gonna get up on the statue then.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll just get up on top of it, and
there's not a whole lot of room, but you can do it.
that's what I'll do.
Okay. As you stand on top of it, reaching down just to the base to just try to so you can lift with your legs, not your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, as you're gonna squat and you throw me another strength check.
Okay.
You don't get a D4 on this one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I could keep on casting guidance. It's cantrip, so.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen a blue lizard or blue dragonborn's face turn red, but it's currently happening as he is grunting and moaning and screaming as he's trying to pull this thing from the top.
He's finally growing into a red dragon.
As you let go of it for a second to kind of breathe.
Anyone
Yeah.
picturing Avengers?
Yeah, a little bit.
Shouldn't it have spoken through you like Gub?
I think it tried, but I didn't listen.
You should
Try
always
again.
listen when people try help you.
Alright, I'm gonna... Rundeer, or I think that was your name. Yeah, Rumdeer.
Grumdeer.
I didn't
You could just
didn't
read
listen
it.
before, but I'd like to do the strength challenge, and you tried to reach out to me, and I didn't listen, but I'm all here now.
Okay.
I'm gonna put I'm gonna put my hand on his hand.
Still okay. You put it on your hand, on his hand,
Yeah.
as his hand closes on yours.
Perfect.
I think that hurts.
Tightens
Mhm.
and tightens.
Okay, I'm gonna try to let go.
Well, at this point, it's you have to break free. You
Okay,
can't-
I will try
he
to break
has your
free.
hand.
I'm going to just try to strengthen it out.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm hearing right now? Gub gets another one of Solomon's body parts.
No. Unfortunately, you take 4 points of damage as your fingers are. It's like when somebody grabs your knuckles and like
Yeah.
bends them and just starts pulling them. Like that's basically what's happening. Is you're just like, it's just.
All right,
It's like a little
I'm gonna
kick
get
button.
I'm gonna get my other hand in there and try to like open up his hand a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another athletics. All the while, the light on this thing has been going down. You pull his hand and it doesn't really move much, but you slip your hand out and you're like, as you pull your hand free from his. As his hand slowly just opens up again.
Okay, so I think I'm supposed to put the hammer in his hands. Got it. Got it. All right. Oh, crack my back a little bit.
Mhm.
Do a little stretch.
I'll,
That
I'll like,
fucking statue.
I believe in you. Give him a quick hug. Guidance again.
Yeah.
You can do it this
you
time.
have to hug me?
Of course.
Okay.
That's
Alright, as you grab it, wisdom save.
No, fuck it. I'm not doing the
Okay.
wisdom save. Talk to me.
Okay. As you stop, you let go of the hammer, jump
Mhm.
off of his pedestal,
Yeah.
say it is important for one to know their own limitations and ask for help when needed. There is strength
God
and
damn it.
humility. As you come back.
Hey, Ulrich.
What's up?
You want to give me a hand? Put
I'll
in the
give you
hammer.
two.
Oh, perfect. Do I get advantage?
No, actually, you both will roll strength independently.
Okay.
and
Well, I get a plus D4.
You do, and it is concentration, so I can't get both of you, unfortunately.
That's my strength.
Okay.
Do you want me to help you as well?
Yes.
Actually,
Where is your strength check, Alark?
I'm telling you, I'm casting. You know what? No, I'm not. Scratch that.
what a day not to have enhance ability on myself.
So, yeah.
No, I do, but I don't know if we can use magic for it.
I'm guarded.
I know you're using guidance, but it's the first time we're actually rolling together to do it.
As you are pulling, as you begin, Alark being taller is pulling from the top and you're picking up from the bottom. As you begin picking up the hammer from the base, Alark, it starts leaning towards you. And as you can't support it, it falls off of the pedestal, slips out of Solomon's hands, and falls onto the ground. Thump.
Okay. New plan.
It is now farther from his
It's-
hands.
New
All
plan.
right, Solomon. Let's have a round two.
It's no.
No, we're
Strengthen
doing
more
it.
numbers. Abraxas, fly up over
Everyone.
here.
Let's
Here's
get
what's
everyone.
gonna happen. Here's what's
Well,
gonna happen.
you can really only get like 3 people. It's
Yeah.
a warhammer.
So
It's
this is
not
what's
a
gonna
little-
happen. Me and Alaric are gonna pick up each side of the actual base of the hammer. I'm assuming it's like a warhammer
Yep.
type thing. Me and him are gonna pull up from the base. We're gonna lift it up like a cheerleading squad, and Abraxas is gonna like hover over it, and he's just gonna like tilt the hammer hilt into his hand. He's gonna like pull it down as we're pushing one side up.
Okay, so he's just like the guide.
Exactly. He's the guide at the top, so we can get it into the hand.
Okay, I'm gonna give him disadvantage on the strength check because
That's
he's
fine.
flying.
Can you do that
Well,
thing?
could he
Do I have to
stand-
hug
Using
you
it on-
again?
He could always
Gub
stand on my
says-
back.
Gub says he will, Slip-Off says he will hold the middle of the hammer for you guys and lift it up.
Yes.
I
Good
was
idea.
say, I don't know what
Slip-Off.
you're talking about. Gub's not saying jack shit. Gub is
Can I have
leaning
another
back.
hug,
he was the
Saluna?
intelligent one.
John, you sound so defeated.
Yeah.
Boop.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, I'm rolling again.
It's like the bottom
Oh.
10 of it right now. That's a 14.
Thought he had disadvantage.
He does. Oh yeah, you're right.
12.
That
12, 24
breaks-
plus 14 is 38.
That breaks a 35.
Nice.
As you guys are lifting and pulling, as you both are red face exhausted, as he's like trying to flap and just like do this, as he's like putting his foot on Alaric every now and again. You're like, hey, as he flaps up and just trying to guide. The moment it like touches his hand, he closes on it. It like swings out as Solomon. You have to like duck under it as it swings up with inhuman speed and just flips back into his other hand. As he like grips it with one hand just on the other side and then just flicks his wrist and it goes into both hands.
Perfect.
I like that.
So now it is what, test of wisdom? Pick me, pick
Who's
me.
the wisest?
You, stat wise, but I'll do it. I think. Well, I think I've got a 16. I think you're an 18, aren't you?
No, I'm at 7.
As you two are exhausted. You actually, everyone involved in that does get a level of exhaustion, by the way.
Oh,
Are you all right?
yeah. I'll be fine.
Unfortunately, I am not a level 9 druid, so I cannot greater restoration your exhaustion away.
Fortunately, I am a level 9 druid, so I do that.
So
Gub comes over and rubs some dirt and berries on you guys. Doesn't do much.
Do you feel better now? Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks, Gub.
yes, see,
If you said no, I was gonna spit on you.
yeah, that ends
Thank
well.
you for not spitting on me.
That was the secret third ingredient.
Well, we know from past experience, spitting on people does not end well. Remember,
No, Gub does not remember.
Perrin.
Oh, that's right. Okay, fair enough. Gub is having dream about this event now.
Yes. Seeing they're kind of a bit out of it and exhausted, it's like, Mr. Grundy, I will do your trial of wisdom.
As this, he puts the hammer back, grabbing the base of it near the head of it with his hand, sets it on the ground, and then comes to a knee like, you know, a football player, just kind of leaning and kind of. It doesn't have to bring his head far down for you because you're not much, but he just kind of brings himself down to your level and just looks at you in the eyes.
What can I do for you? I'm just staring back.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Nope.
Okay. As You
No,
you
pure-
begin getting drawn into these stone eyes, these eyes of granite and limestone, and as you sink further and further into them, it's like they're moving closer and closer to you until before you is a scene. You see two children screaming and arguing at each other as there is but one biscuit left. You hear in your head, how sad this seemed. If only somebody was able to guide them for them both to leave this amicably. So you come out of it and relay that to your group.
Mhm. So I just had a little vision. We have to. There's two children with only one biscuit, and they want to. We have to come out of it amicably.
Oh, well, what we do is we have two children fight. Stronger child takes biscuit by force.
I think Gub should eat the biscuit.
You know what? Gob likes this decision better. Smart thinking, Solomon.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, you crack it in half, and one person's gonna get the bigger half, and they're gonna fight about it. You give one the cookie, the other one's gonna be upset. He eats the cookie. They both don't have cookies.
There we go. Gob likes this decision a lot.
Well, I know from my homeland we always try and make sure everyone gets fed properly, so I would prefer it if we could have them both share it.
Why don't we have one break it and the other one choose their piece?
Gob is still stuck on where this biscuit is. Gob wants the biscuit now.
I'm ignoring Gub.
If you want, I shall make you biscuits later.
I still think that the only
I
real
wait,
tossed
way
Gub a
wait.
trail ration.
Wait.
Stop thinking about food right now.
Alaric can make food with magic. Alaric just makes second biscuit, give it to other child.
I'm not sure if we can do that.
Alaric makes second biscuit, give it to child, and Gub gets third biscuit.
Gub is still salivating as there is now a trail ration by his feet.
Oh, well, no, I'm just gonna eat that.
Okay.
But I do like that idea. If one is the one who splits it, the other one gets to choose. So that would mean that the one who is splitting it would try and be as even as possible.
Yeah, but how even can you be at splitting a biscuit with your bare hands? He's gonna
I
be
do all the
upset.
time in the world.
One of them's gonna be upset if they don't get the same size half as the other one. That's all I'm saying. And the whole
Well,
point of
then
this
it's
is to
due to
make
his
sure.
own work.
Yes, it is
Gub?
his own thing. So you want
But
to.
he's
Gub?
still upset.
Gub heard old story once. If you give a child a biscuit, they hungry for one day. If you teach a child to biscuit, yeah.
I see where you're coming from.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we need to teach them to biscuit.
Yep.
Well, I can do that.
Bob, this is kind of serious here. I think we're not going to survive if we don't get in there.
Do you think Gub is not serious? If we teach children to bake biscuits, then both can have infinite supply of biscuits.
If that is your honest answer, I'm quite upset with you, Gub.
Cooking is an important skill in Goblin Tribe. We teach it to all children so that they can feed themselves when older goblins pass.
Danith looks at you, Gub, and goes, oddly, that's very sweet. Right. He looks away from you like, huh, okay.
For once, the goblin was actually nice about something. Huh. Go figure.
Gub not being nice. Gub just saying, cooking valuable skill. We teach children both how to cook, then both can have biscuits.
Raw, I'm just more impressed that you said something quite smart.
Well, he
Gub's
is.
Gub.
been smart the whole time. You guys just bag on him for his dumb moments.
Thank you,
They're
Solomon.
more memorable. And you hear to Kriko. And frequent.
I do not have a problem with it. I find the way that he speaks quite charming. It is lovely.
Alaric throws up a little.
Oh, are you okay? You seem nauseous. Can I help you with anything? I'm sure I
I
have.
did a lot of
Oh.
lifting before.
Give him the biscuit. He'll you can eat that. It'll settle his stomach. I don't want to be the person to mention it, but it seemed like all the other ones were on a time limit. I can't imagine this one's any different.
Yeah. I think I have an answer for you.
Okay.
Mr. Grumdy.
His eyes light up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We have child A and child B. If child A actually breaks the cookie or the biscuit into two pieces, and then the other child can pick which one he wants. And then that way, they work together, they both get some, and if the child A makes it too unfair one way, it will probably backfire on him, and he will get the smaller cookie.
The head kind of bobs its head left and right, thinks for a moment, and then just smiles as he stands up,
Left and right,
grabbing
like
his
I can know.
shield in one arm, grabbing his hammer in the other, as he lifts the hammer just off the base a little bit and hits the ground as the stone begins to crack where the hammer hits into the ground as you hear what sounds like the just metal pinging off of itself, just and the things falling and things crashing and the clanging of metal plates as eventually it all goes silent.
Well, he did not seem too upset about that, so I think we got that one right. He seemed quite happy about it.
As his shield now all the way around is glowing.
It is quite bright. Is there any new writing or?
Any new writing, Ox?
No. The shield is lit. He is standing up. The hammer has hit the ground. There is a crack in the stone that leads in the direction towards the. It's lit, yeah. That leads towards the door. You heard all those noises, and there's a slight smile on his face.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Grumdeer.
What does the writing around the door say again?
Speak, friend, and enter.
A test must be trialed to enter the tower, sealed due to sickness. Ask upon Grundir. And some shit about intelligence, strength, and wisdom.
Well, maybe the crack in the ground got rid of that awful snake cloud poison stuff.
Maybe. Someone's gonna have to go and check, though.
I don't mind doing it.
I'm gonna stay within 10 feet of him. Just in case.
Okay.
I'll give the statue a hug and kind of pat the shield and it was nice talking to you.
Well,
Alright. I'd like to lightly push on this door, Ox.
alright. As you lightly push on it, it's like it's just not even there. As your hand keeps
Guys, it's not even there.
your hand continues through the door. As the door doesn't open, it just is an illusion
Shit.
to be there.
What? Do I fall through? I guess.
Well, no, I didn't put on my
Your hand
ring.
just goes through it.
Guys, it's an illusion.
I'm just sticking my hand in and out.
That was weird. It was there before.
Cub's gonna start
What
walking
happened?
through.
Do I see anything if I peek my head in?
No, because you don't have dark vision.
I know what would help. I don't have dark vision either. Do I see anything?
No.
Okay.
Are your abilities on cooldown, Solomon?
Yeah, that might be it.
Cub's gonna actually look through since he does have dark vision.
No, you said you just walk through
Yeah.
earlier. Alright. As you walk through, you come into the bottom floor of this tower. As I think we'll actually
I come into the bottom
I think we'll take
floor.
a quick break here, and then we'll kind of go from there.
No worries.
Okay.
That way, when I come back, I don't have to say it again. Okay. Are you guys all just trouncing in, or are you sending in Gub first?
I
You
mean,
said that you said it's big enough for 2 people, right?
It's actually big enough. It's like 15-ish feet wide.
I'll be up front with Gob,
Okay.
and if Alark wants to hold up the rear.
Keep in mind there will be no light until Daneth comes in, or until the light of somebody passes in.
I could light a torch. Actually, no. I'll wait till what's his name, Denneth gets in here. I'll just
You
hold
take
on to
the
Gub's
lantern
hand.
if you wanted to.
No, I don't want to take the lantern.
Okay. Hold Gub's hand as you guys move slowly forward.
Mm-hmm.
As one by one, since you're just all moving in, you all move in. What you all see before you as the light can illuminate the entirety of this area. You see a long hallway with 2 doors on either side of you that eventually opens up to a far chamber. At this far chamber, from a distance, you can see there seems to be some kind of large pedestal, maybe about 10 feet wide, with some kind of carving on top of it. The wooden beams above you seem to have not decayed at all, as the doors are made of wood and iron, and they have not rotted or decayed at all.
So there's no natural decay.
Nope.
Is this more of that dwarven craftsmanship that we saw in the statue? I'm probably directing that at Alar.
What do I think?
This could be heavily treated wood, but it is if it is simply treated and not something else, it is impressive and beyond your realm of their craftsmanship.
I feel like there's magic working. It's not just craftsmanship.
Oh, well, that is slightly disappointing, but that is fine. It is still a lovely, wonderful made.
Well, I don't really think that the trials are over yet, so.
You said there were a couple of doors.
Yeah, so like I said, this tower as a whole is very large. Like, it's, as I said, it was about 200 feet in diameter, so it's about 200 feet across to the entire distance. There are 2 doors on the left and right side. This hallway goes for about till the middle of the radius, so it goes down for about 100 feet, and then it seems to open up into another chamber, or it just has an opening here, and there's this large stone shrine with some kind of carving on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we spoke to Grumdir outside. Do we have to speak to this other carving?
I hope not.
I'll go up and have a look at it.
Okay.
I'm curious about the world.
Yeah. As you wander up to this carving, it's not a person. It is a large marble slab, and upon it is a very large and beautifully carved, almost even more so than Grundir, a large dwarven hammer. The handle of it being far too short for the size of the head of the hammer, and behind it, it looks like the carving of a mountainous ridge behind it. There are many dwarven icons and different kind of ruins on the head of this large hammer.
There is some
Do I
more writing
recognize
over
any-
here. If someone could read it.
What language is it? Or is it Dwarvish?
Yep.
No. Nice.
One second.
Yep.
So as you're looking at it, it doesn't
Mhm.
seem there doesn't seem to be any particular like words or otherwise that grabs you. It looks like they are specific ruins and otherwise. However, at the bottom of the stone slab itself, written in dwarves, it says the hammer and tongs, the forging of metal and other good works.
The hammer and tongs, the forging of metal, and other good works.
Yep.
I do not.
That's
like
all it
metal.
says.
Mhm.
Maybe this tower was something before. Well, obviously, it was something before. That's what this is.
As you guys are
Did you
continuing,
say-
as you guys
Did
are
you say that?
continuing- Go ahead.
Sorry, Alex. Did you say there were runes on the hammer?
Yep.
Do I recognize any of them from the forging hammer the Brocker had?
Yeah, actually, they're very similar, but they're different.
All right.
But they very much, looking at it, they are very much akin to one another.
Good to know.
As you guys are getting closer and closer to this, so you can more carefully examine it, you see on basically just where those rooms break off and that wall is built, you see on the left side, you see a set of staircases going up, and you see on the right side, because this is kind of in the middle-ish of that large area, you see a set of stairs that go down. And it looks like there is blood and gore and filth strewn about the edges of this, almost in a circle around the perimeter of the as far, like, basically just all the way as far as possible in the circle leading from the stairs up and the stairs going down, that just smears connecting the two parts.
Does it look as if something's been dragged from one to the other?
Roll me a general intelligence check. Less so dragged and more so like smeared. Like it's too thick in places to just be the remnants of things being dragged.
Like something was trying to intentional.
Yeah,
Right.
like something was purposefully like smearing and pushing this along this route.
Wax on, wax off.
There is no smell where
Does
you guys
it-
are.
Does it look like it spells out anything, or like what? Does it look like it like follows a path or anything like that?
It definitely follows a path. It's literally like you guys are effectively in the middle of the tower. On the far end, it's a semicircle that runs about, half of the distance of the tower, around the diameter, around the perimeter of it, on the inside of it, that
Yep.
leads and connects the staircase going up and staircases going down.
Which way does it look as if it started? Like, is it going down up or up down?
Investigation.
So I just hit up and enter. Unless anyone wants to help me.
You call
I think at this point Gov is pretty invested, so I'll.
Are you rolling as well, or?
No, I was giving. I was
Okay. 16.
Alright. Taking a look, it looks like it starts just kind of how the smear marks are. It looks like it stops from the bottom, and it was like made in waves.
over from the bottom there.
Like it looks like it led from the bottom stairs going up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it looks as if something has come from the below and is moving its way to the top.
Just to remind you guys did also pass 4 doors.
Do we have a preference for which direction we want to go? I thought we were originally just coming here for some shelter.
Well, I don't know, but why did it have to go around the circle? Why did it just not go straight?
Maybe it was trying to avoid something. center.
Did we want to look at the doors behind us as well?
Yeah, we probably should.
That.
Sixth. Anna, the sixth.
So there would, and the kind of pathway into this main chamber. There's 4 doors behind us, two on each
I'll
side.
make you guys. Hold on. I'll make you guys a
Map.
new one so you guys can map this out. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll kind of draw the general of this floor.
Okay.
So you guys entered in from over here. The hallway goes like this. There are 4 doors. There is the stone slab in the center, about right there. And there is a staircase going down. That's not a good representation. It's fine. And a staircase going up. That is a horrible color for that.
Yeah, it is.
And a staircase going up. And then there is this, like, ichor or just mess that runs that way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go that way.
But what of the rooms behind us? What happens if there's something there that comes up?
It's fair.
So, did we want to go and open one of those doors?
Sure. Lead the way. Go. And don't forget to look for traps.
Gub isn't so sure about that. Is it still dark in here?
There are sconces on the wall, though, that could be lit.
Oh, can we light some of those?
Absolutely.
Light those. Why doesn't someone other than...
Because you can see better in the dark.
Oh, this is true. This is true. Do we have the lantern lit?
Yep.
But we have nifty lantern. This isn't too big.
If setting it in the center, it can illuminate this entire area.
Yeah,
It goes 120 feet in all directions. This, if you put it in the center, it's only 100 feet in all directions.
Hell yeah. See, we don't need Gub first. Gub is...
Well then, I will go have a look. And I'll go and open that door there.
Okay. As you go and push onto it, it's there's no lock, but it just moves a little bit and then
There is something behind this door. It's not letting me open it. Can I get help here?
Yep. Alright. Strength check. Push it open. Yeah.
yeah, if you want to do it that way, that's fine.
Do it that way. I don't like the way that sounded.
There are other ways you could go about it.
It's fair. Is there a lock?
No.
There is no lock.
Okay.
How much?
Yeah, I
how,
want to break it down.
how big of a door, a gap in the door did I get? Anything?
It maybe moved like a half inch.
Okay.
Like you can't see into the room. The door didn't move far enough, but
Mhm.
there's like a half inch where it just swings freely.
Mm-hmm. So we push very hard on door.
Yep.
So I am going to push like mad.
Okay. This will be an advantage for somebody.
Give me advantage, Saluna, or DT.
Okay.
I think I don't know what you're.
As a for my equine build, I actually count as one size larger for my carrying and weight for pushing, dragging, and everything. So, but my strength score is shit. So yeah, I'll help you.
As you begin pushing, you begin hearing the stone grinding against stone as it's just slowly pushing open. You can get it to about maybe a foot and a half of open room, like room into this room, and then it will not move anymore.
Mm-hmm. Is that enough room for a goblin head to stick in?
They could try to squeeze in. A little bit like giving birth.
No way. Last time Gub tried to squeeze through something, Gub almost got his head chopped off.
Oh, that sounds terrible. But we have more than one goblin here. Slip off. Did you want to try?
No, that's not Slip-Off's domain.
Hmm.
He's a sharpshooter. He's not a head peeker.
Gub sharpshooter.
Yeah, and that's why Gub's not doing it.
Gub not doing it because Gub doesn't want to get head chopped off.
Well, if you want, I can always go in. I can fit.
You are a little big.
He turned into a rat last time.
Yeah, but he's still a little big.
But yes, I can squeeze through. That is quite easy. And if you can get the other doors open, I can have a look in all of them while I'm doing it.
What do you guys want to do?
Slip-Off.
Yeah.
Do you promise me you'll be careful?
No, let's have Saluna do it. And we can check other doors, like she said.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot she can go small and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alaric, you have anything to say to this?
No, sorry, I was muted.
Okay. Have you been saying anything?
I was earlier.
Okay.
It is
anything
irrelevant
you
now.
want to do?
No.
I will shapeshift into a rat again. Just
Okay.
and kind of stick my head in and have a look in this room.
Okay. As you go inside, it looks like an office space. And all of the furniture has been pressed up against the door.
Mm-hmm.
In the corner, you see a completely dried out husk of a door. Just curled up in the fetal position in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a few wrappings and otherwise that maybe looks like it was rations or otherwise that were eaten and gone. There is a wineskin that is flat next to the individual with a few bite marks on it. That a hole has been chewed through it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. That's obviously available to you.
Very grisly scene. If I kind of go over and sniff the body, it's well and truly dead.
As you go over and sniff it, like it's gone. Like
Mhm.
it's well dead at this point. Yeah.
Yep. And do I get the sense that it's about to spring up and come at us?
Roll me a necromancy check.
Okay.
Oh, you're not proficient in that. I guess you can't roll that then.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't need to be proficient to roll this.
In necromancy, you do.
Oh, okay.
You're a dick.
My bad.
Oh, well, I'll kind of, if that's looking around the room and whatnot, I'll actually leave it, and then go and start looking in some of the other rooms if I can. Squeeze under the doors or whatever.
Okay. I mean, as a rat, there's not a whole lot of room to squeeze through in a dwarven fort. They're pretty much sealed up like tombs.
Yeah.
But if they can crack the door, you can get in.
Yeah.
John,
Yes.
Logan, anyone?
Yeah, like, I'm a rat. I can't do anything. Talk at the moment, so it's up to you guys. And you're being very quiet.
Go
I
ahead.
thought. I thought we were doing DT's thing. I'm dumb.
That was it. That was the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Store.
You said there were 3 other doors, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We will go to the next one and
Which one?
The one across from it.
Very similar thing as you push on it, and otherwise you are able to move it forward. And upon entering into that one, it's a very similar scene as to the last one. Once again, another body seemingly to die of starvation, dehydration. This one seems to be a female in the case of this, in a very similar scene. This
just
one,
one body.
just one body.
Move up.
What if they're just prisoners being held to die?
Squeak, 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 squeak.
I'm thinking these are people that came here to hide. Just.
I was thinking.
Gub is thinking.
That ran out of
food.
Yeah, you were just breaking up a bit there, Clayton.
Oh, I said snacks.
Check the other 2 rooms.
Okay. One of the rooms is just pushed open. There is a desk and a chair, a large bed, and seems like some kind of wardrobe. But this one opens without any issues.
Let's not go in here yet. Let's check the other one first.
Okay. The other one does not move at all.
Maybe there's a key in that room. This room.
There are no locks or otherwise on the outside, or keyholes or otherwise.
I never said it had to be a key that opens a lock, just a
Fair
key
enough.
that opens. Rat can go first.
Kind of tap on the door, like, I can't get in.
No. In the desk room.
Scurry over, and I'll kind of slip inside and start looking around.
You see any traps?
An investigation check. How are you checking for traps? You just looking on the floor?
Yeah, I'm just looking around. Kind of, I've got a very interesting view of the world from down here.
Okay. You look around and check the seams of the floor. It seems like it's all been covered with some kind of, like, mortar. It's well cut in place. Doesn't seem to be any particularly large gaps or otherwise on the floor. That's about all you can really check from your ground level.
Yeah, and I'm probably too light to set anything off. If it's a pressure plate.
Yeah, that's
so
probably true.
Yeah, kind of.
Either that or they just hate rats.
They eat rats. They're dwarves. Dwarven delicacy. Fried rat on a stick. Yeah, I'll kind of do a quick scout around the room, see if there's any actual bodies in here that we miss at first glance, and come back out and.
Nope. No one under the bed. No one under the chair or the
Everything
dresser
floats
or
down here.
any of that.
Okay, well, come back and do my best, like squeak, shrug as a mouse.
Maybe there's something. We skipped the room with the door that was open, right?
No, that's the one I just did a lap of.
That's the one
That's
they're
the one.
going
Okay, he
through.
went in. Okay. I thought that was.
You
I
okay,
thought that was
John?
a different room.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
I'm just a little distracted right now.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Are you lying? Yeah. So yeah, is anyone else going in to have a look around, or what are we doing?
You said there were no traps in there.
I intimated
Or
as
you
such.
squeaked.
Yeah.
You know what? You didn't die, so God will fucking.
Cub, as you walk into the room, it's
Go ahead. Ask me for a reflex.
it's a room. As you
Room.
walk into the room, it's
How does it smell? How does it smell?
it smells musty. Like there hasn't been fresh air in this room in a very, very long time. It smells like all the dust and everything has settled on the ground, and as you kind of sniff the ground, it's just a little bit of like just earth and just all the dirt that was in the air at that point has settled from the complete stagnation of this room. Kick up a little bit more as you sneeze.
I go to the deck.
As you go to the desk, it looks like everything is pretty neatly put away. There seems to be a small little ink vial as well as a feather that is black on the end, like somebody had been using it to write at some point. There are 2 drawers as well. On top of it, doesn't seem to be anything there other than just a placemat to keep the desk from being stained.
Can I lift up the placemat?
Yeah, as you lift up the placemat, taking a look, there seems to be a design in it underneath it, like some artist had put in whatever their example of a signature is, or they had asked for some kind of engraving. It looks again a lot like that thing does outside. It's this large-headed hammer with a short handle, and it looks like a mountain has been carved in the background.
There aren't any like drawers or anything.
Yeah, there are 2 drawers.
Okay.
You open one of them. Looking inside, it looks like this is kind of where a bunch of crumbled up papers are, and there are some letters as well.
I'm gonna take them all out and I'll put them on top of the desk. I'm not gonna read it.
Okay, you just take them all out and set them on top of the desk. As you pull out the other one, it seems like there is a old leather binder that has a small lock on it. Like it's a classic diary where there's like a leather strap that goes onto this lock that turns, and then you would put a key in there and unlock it and be able to pull that strap back.
Can anyone cast some sort of magic detection on that?
I cannot.
That can, and they'll
I
just
can
take
do
a
it.
little bit.
Here. I'll use my race thing.
Okay. So you cast it really quick and are able to now, as long as you maintain concentration for up to 10 minutes or an hour?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So for up to 10 minutes, you'll be able to detect any magical enchantments. In this room, there is no magical enchantment.
It doesn't seem magical.
Okay, good. And I'm gonna pull out a dagger and I'm gonna cut the leather strap.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna try and unlock the lock myself.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
With what skill?
Um,
Dex or intelligence?
Dexterity or intelligence in this case. You have the time. It's not like a speed thing. If it was speed based, you'd be dex, but you can do either if you'd like. As you roll out your thieves' tools and begin deciding which one you want to use and otherwise, as you pull them out, as you really zero in on what you're doing, go in to try to find the tumblers and everything, you're like, oh, it's literally one tumbler. As you just it just immediately unlocks. Like it probably could have been done with just like a piece of metal, as long as you
Okay.
got the right length on it.
I get
Well-
my
As
rat hand and shove it in there. Dink.
Oh, you're slightly disappointed because you were ready for this challenge and you had prepared for this moment, but it was not worth what the challenge you had prepared for.
God damn it. Okay.
As you quickly just think and open it up.
What is the inside? Is it in Dwarvish?
It is all in Dwarvish.
Okay, good. I'm handing it to. Okay, I need Dwarf. Someone who can speak Dwarvish.
I can read it.
Well, Dodo jump at once. Okay. There you go. The only non-dwarf. The non-dwarf.
Yeah, out of the 2 dozen that we've got with us.
No, most of your group is not trying to follow you into these small rooms. They're staying in that main chamber.
That's fair. I'll just throw the book out to Alaric if he isn't coming in.
You've got a rat
I'll read it.
with you.
Okay. Reading through it, it seems like some individual's diary. The name is Belenia. As you are reading through it, they talk about their day of, we once again sent out another patrol, and, everything seems fine. Trade is going well. As you're, and his phone just keeps going off. As you're reading through this, it continues to talk about just kind of the daily lives of, fought 3 bandits, killed 1. The other 2 surrendered. We took them into the dungeon. They are awaiting trial. It talks about kind of the trial processes, and both of them were sent to the village to work as basically farmhands under guard for a year and a half to earn a living. At which point they'd be given property to work the land themselves. And it continues on this for a number of pages. Eventually, it begins speaking of the bandit attacks are getting more fervent. It seems someone has come into the area and whipped these people into a frenzy. As it then begins talking about losses on their patrol, to where now they're issuing heavier arms, which means patrols are slower, but they are more difficult to be defeated and in larger numbers. As eventually it speaks of capturing some individual. They believe that they have the leader of this bandit group. He calls himself the King of the Free Men, as they apparently are awaiting his trial. And that's the last entry.
I'll convey that to the people around me. Like, I'm not yelling it across so everyone can hear.
Maybe this bloody things over here were attempts at freeing him.
Squeaking.
Is TT's character still a rat?
Yes.
I can stay in this form for about 3 hours. Or I can end
Well.
it as a bonus action.
Also,
It's
he only
like-
gets 2 of these a day, so I think
Nope.
he wants to
2 is a
get the
short
most
rest.
out of it.
They reset on a short rest.
It's not bad.
Okay.
There's one more room, right?
Yep.
I'll crack it open for you.
It's locked. Like, we can't open.
Oh, we tried it already?
There is no
Yeah.
movement on this door.
Alright, never mind then. I'll back this.
I'm
Seems like
gonna
there's
start.
something else going on with it other than just it has furniture barricaded on it.
I'm gonna start laying out all the papers that I pulled out on the desk.
Okay.
Could someone who can speak Dwarvish come in here for a bit?
Yeah.
So John, as you're reading through these, they all seem to start very similarly. It's, to my lord, Torgun, please, we request reinforcements, and then it seems like it's the same thing over and over again. We request reinforcements. There have been attacks on the tower, and then once again, my lord Torgun, there have been attacks on the tower. We have been losing numbers in the defense of this prisoner. Please advise. And it seems like there's about 12 of these that get each one progressively further in and then crumbled and slightly rewritten until one of them simply says, to my lord Torgun, send aid. We believe this man a leader of a cult. We are losing people in droves now. Send help immediately, or this tower may be lost.
In any of them, does it describe what the person looks like?
It
How
does
does it
not.
go into detail? Okay.
It literally, it seems like it's writing a letter to a captain or someone over her standings, just asking for reinforcement.
Are these things dated at all?
They are.
How long ago were these written?
It seems like all of them were dated somewhere around maybe about 180 years or so ago.
Oh. That's not good.
Game
Hey.
question, Ox.
Yep.
Was Galdier born on this
I was
continent?
just about to ask.
He was.
Goldier, can you come in here?
Yep, Goldier comes in. Yeah,
Do you know who this? Do you know who this man is that they keep addressing in these letters? Or woman?
He's 212, so he should be able.
He goes, sorry we haven't had communication in Nidavellir for some time.
Okay.
Whoever this is, I wish I could help you, but I just do not know them.
Sounds like that's the person we gotta find. You think they're survivors, Gub? Yes, 190 years is a long time. We have kind of a lead now. This prisoner. Unless... Alaric.
What's up?
Remember that dead person we found?
Oh yeah, that dead person.
Which one?
Never mind.
Well, you
Never
are.
mind, that makes sense. Never mind. I get it now. Alright. So this place was, it sounds like this place was an outpost that they used as a prison for this one person, because it says the prisoner.
Well, how do we know that there wasn't one prisoner at one point, and then they got more?
I don't know. I guess we don't know. Letters. This, you said this is just one letter rewritten a bunch of times, right?
Yes, correct. And then Gub had that journal early.
Mm-hmm.
What So should we try and break down the door?
I mean, there's a whole rest. No, just there isn't. Yeah, we probably should try to get in there. Maybe more information.
What if we all try and like push on the door? Like just put our whole strength into it. Or wait. Gub has idea. Gub is going to he's going to pull out the gift from Big Rock that he got. The like stone.
Okay.
You know what? I'm starting to think about this more, and I think that this might be another rock of create life or create sentience. Gub is thinking that door is stone, right?
No, it's wood with metal band.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I won't put it away then. I thought
It's
it was
wood
stone.
with what?
With like metal bands on it. Like it's planks of wood that have metal bands.
Are the
on it.
hinges on the outside?
Oh well, then why don't we just? Is this whole fort made out of wood, or is it just the doors?
No, just these doors are.
Okay. Why don't we just burn it
There are
down
some.
or
There are
use
some
an axe?
there are large support beams over top, but yeah.
We could try to burn it, but
Burning will take longer, and it'll create smoke in here.
yeah.
Does anyone have an axe?
Nope.
Give me an hour, I can help him.
No one in our party has an axe or anything like that, a hand axe or anything.
I know.
I don't.
Okay.
What about any of the dwarves? Any of them?
You gotta have at least a pickaxe, right?
Okay, I'm back.
That's racist.
Oh, you weren't even here. Okay.
So I'm sorry. I said I'll be right back.
No, you didn't.
I
don't
did.
think I don't think it came through.
Yeah.
We were basically asking anyone in our group if they have a hand axe or an axe in general.
Goldear has some hand axes that he has used like throwing axes.
Anything bigger?
That'll do it.
No. He's got a warhammer. The only axe-like weapon that any of these guys have on them is that.
Okay.
He has a crowbar, if that counts for anything.
That was
Crowbar
actually
might be
really good for getting wooden planks off.
Okay,
Yeah.
where are you guys, the crowbars.
How long has it been since we fucking got in here?
Probably all together. I mean, why are you asking if you don't mind me asking?
See if my spell is still going.
Well, that happened like the moment that you walked in, and so it's you guys maybe spent all together like 5 minutes in that room.
So it's alright. So my spells.
Yeah, you still have detect magic.
Go look and stick your head in.
Oh
some
no,
of the other rooms.
I'm talking about my enhance ability.
Oh yeah, that's still going too then.
Okay, why don't you get in there then? With the crowbar, Lark.
Well, wait, enhance ability is concentration, so is detect magic.
Oh. Alright, then yeah, I don't have enhance ability then.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Then I'll just give you aid and you can do it.
Right. If you guys are doing that, you don't have to roll. You can just spend some time hacking away at it. You
We're
will
gonna-
eventually get this.
Use
no
the
matter-
crowbar and the hand axe, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys
Alright.
begin hacking away at this, the wood on this is pretty sturdy as a whole. But as you continue just hacking away at it, eventually you can get the crowbar in there to begin kind of pulling back some of those iron bands that have been set in here and begin slowly working apart these until eventually you can begin pulling the planks off and breaking them to where you can basically, like, you have the whole upper right corner of the door destroyed.
Okay.
Am I able to
Ba-
scramble up through the hole if there's a big enough one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look through?
Absolutely. You could realistically even put Gub through. Gub or somebody else, and even a human-sized person could fit through. They would just need help getting in.
Well, I'm a rat, so you can throw me through or throw one of the Gub.
I'd rather put the rat through.
Yeah, new party member, who cares?
Exactly.
She's too cheerful. So yeah, no, I'll
This one's too hard. This one's too soft. This one's just right.
yeah, I'll go stick my head in and squeak in, squeak, squeakity.
Okay. Yep. You are able to climb down the door and everything like that. So what you actually see is there are pittons dug on the base and then the top and then the middle left and right side of this door. There is a man in all red robes sitting like he's just in meditation. Just in there, very emaciated and otherwise, just with his eyes closed and just kind of like slumped in on his own body.
Okay.
As there is a bed that has not been moved, there is a dresser, once again, just like the other rooms, as well as there is a desk in this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no corpse or anything?
There is a man in red robes, like sitting cross-legged, like he is meditating, kind of slumped in on himself with a long beard, hair growing on the top of his head, and just very emaciated.
That's terrifying. Wait, is this red robe? Is this the same as the red robes?
Well, you're not looking in the room yet.
You're not there. I am, and I don't know
That's
any of
fair.
this shit.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll kind of go over and start sniffing around at the body.
Okay.
Just kind of inspect the room and go and see if the man's actually dead or if he is just meditating or what's happening.
Okay. Kind of sniff him and get up near him, kind of tentatively. Just listening. Don't hear any breathing.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yeah, kind of. If I go up and kind of just check him and kind of no pulse or anything, otherwise I'll probably scurry back outside so I can shapeshift back and tell everyone what I found.
At this, if people were able to lift the light and kind of really try, they could probably see the kind of the corner of this man.
Mm-hmm. Squeak squeaking.
Did you say you shapeshift back or no?
Yeah. Well, I'd climb up and back out through the hole and shapeshift back to Saluna outside. There is a man inside. He does not seem to be alive either. He is wearing these red robes, but it is strange because he hasn't pushed everything up like the others. He has got the door sealed with some pittons on the other side.
You said red robes?
Yes. He's looking very old with a long beard.
This sounds like we should go in, but be ready to kill this person if we need to.
He's dead. I think he's dead.
Well, he wasn't.
That hasn't stopped people before now, has it?
That's fair.
Yes, well, yes, he wasn't breathing. Was he human or elven or what?
Human.
Human, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't breathing, and that usually is needed to be alive.
Could have shapeshifted on the other side and took the pittons out.
Well,
That would have been a...
Yes, I could have done that, yes.
It's alright.
I am sorry, I
Welcome to the B team.
As you guys spend another 10 minutes or so working at this. Eventually, you can get the crowbar in and pry these pittons up, and eventually, one by one, to give yourself a little bit more wiggle room until you can eventually just kind of shake the door and begin kind of pulling it over the bottom planks over top of it and snapping those so that you can kind of push open this door after you remove basically selective ones where the pittons are to get through this really well made door. But you get through it just with a little bit of work. If you had the right tools or otherwise to this, it probably would have taken a lot less time or a bigger weapon to just brute force it. But
Or if we were on the other side.
yeah, or if you're on the other side and had a crowbar and could reach the pittons a lot easier.
I'm going to, as soon as I can see the guy, I'm just gonna keep my gun aimed at him. And if he makes a move,
Okay.
I'm not going to shoot, but I'm going to be ready to shoot.
Okay.
I'm holding my action to prepare to shoot.
Yeah. Okay, on your turn, you will be prepared to shoot.
On my turn, I want to tell him to freeze, and but I'm gonna keep the gun pointed. I don't know if a gun pointed at someone who probably hasn't seen a gun before will mean anything.
As far as he knows, you're pointing a staff at him.
That's fair. That's fair.
Once the doors were open, I guess I'll go in and with my centaur or human half or whatever, I can actually check and medicine and do whatever to make sure or see if he is dead or alive or whatever.
It's very quickly obvious that this man is dead.
Oh, goody.
As you kind of come over and just kind of grab his wrist and kind of check his pulse and kind of put your hand on his back to see if you can feel anything. It seems to be long dead.
Yes, not much I can do for this one.
That's alright, he's a bad guy.
But how do you know that? You have not even met him. You should not judge people
Yeah,
before you get to know them.
Yeah.
The
You're
road
right,
is
I
very
shouldn't.
similar.
Does he have the mark? There was something. Was it? No, I'm thinking of something else.
Yep, you're thinking of the coins.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the. Does this guy have a coin on him?
Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, rifling through dead bodies.
That's right. Welcome to classic D&D. I killed the Knoll. What does he have on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of going through his body, kind of laying him down and kind of going through the pockets, patting him down. You only find two things on his person. You find a small tube attached to the side of his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Pull that out. Seems to be a scroll case. And then on the other one, there is another tube. And as you, once again, it looks like there are two scroll cases.
Mm-hmm. Anything in them?
Okay. As you open one of them up, it just seems like it is a tube of incense. There is a small, burning stand, at the classic, at an angle where you set it and it burns itself down.
Mm-hmm.
Long sticks of incense. And the other one, there are two scrolls.
I will hand them to Alaric. Right? Are they with notes or are they spells?
They look like spell scrolls.
Yeah, I'm going to hand them both to Alaric. Actually, one to Alaric and one to the horse, Saluna.
Now I'm really upset.
Okay.
I think they're magic scrolls.
I
took it out.
I'm not too well versed in this kind of scroll magic.
Gimme.
You want it? Here you go. And I give it a gub.
What is it?
You don't know it. You could roll me a.
Hold on, I forget what I could do. I have something.
I thought that was
can
just for potions.
No, it's for scrolls too. Open up my Long.
Isn't it? You double
Oh,
your
I'm sorry. And
proficiency.
there was also I'm sorry. There was also a scroll in the one with incense in it. I apologize. There were three
I will hand that one to Gub.
The detect magic, that's not running still, is it?
What is it that you need to read spells? Isn't it? You just have to have it on your spell list.
Probably, or you can make an Arcana check to decipher it if it's
It
too high
doesn't
level.
say that I know it, but it says I can use any spell scroll regardless of what spell it bears. If it's not on my spell list, then I need to make an intelligence check to determine whether I can successfully cast it. That's
Okay,
the thing.
yeah,
I
that's
think
normal.
that I think that I just know.
We'll say after a minute of investigating the scrolls, you'll be able to know.
Okay.
It's fine. The people that it's just on their spell list. So there is one scroll, the one with incense in it. It is a scroll of Speak with Dead. There is one scroll in here that is the scroll of Revivify.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Which means you do not need the material cost for it, as it already has been used in the making of this scroll.
Okay.
And there is another one which is a scroll of banishment.
Fun times for the cleric then.
Or paladin, actually. For Revivify.
Can they cast Revivify?
Yeah, I gotta wait till 3rd level.
Ah, so yeah, that's not till
I
like
think
Well,
John
yeah.
can actually technically cast Speak with Dead, too.
I cannot.
I can cast all of them.
I can control undead,
Oh, okay.
and that's it.
He's like a disconnected father figure. He can control them, can't really talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my air conditioner up real quick. Okay.
Anything else other than the scrolls?
There's just that incense.
Can I make a religion check to see
Yeah.
what this kind of incense would be used in?
Absolutely.
Nice. Can the dead body assist me?
No.
But
Yes,
it's
but you
yeah,
don't get advantage.
nice. Oh, damn it. Well,
So this incense is this particular incense is specifically for it would be the components of Speak with the Dead.
this guy was trying to speak with dead.
The scrolls themselves, when they are created, take the components with them, so you do not need them when you cast the spell.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
So, like the scrolls, just like in Pathfinder, when you
Mhm.
create those scrolls, you have to use those material components to
Okay.
create,
I understand.
create the scroll. So, like
Mhm.
Revivify requires 300 gold worth of diamonds. You don't need those for Revivify. Speak with Dead requires incense to burn, a specific incense to burn. No material cost though. But these are these are those incenses.
Okay. Does it look like he was trying to with the religion check? Does it look like he was trying to in the moment? Like, was there anything on the ground? Any candles that were left burning that are done now?
Roll me an investigation check, just for the room.
Yeah.
Looking over his body, having moved him slightly to be able to kind of get a better grip of him, and otherwise, honestly, it just seemed like he was meditating. Like, looking around the room, like briefly near the door, there is a hammer like a small little like workman's hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no other gear in this room. There's no like opening up the wardrobe. There's a set of just 2 sets of pants and shirt, and another red robe in there. There's another set of kind of like sandals, like walking sandals in here. He does not have any on his feet currently. And going through his drawer, there's nothing there. There's nothing in this room but him. It looks like another set of clothes, a hammer, and those pittons that you have pulled out of the wall or broken boards to get around.
Could always speak with Dead with him, ask what's the deal with that airline food.
Who can use Speak the Dead?
You
There
can.
is a scroll of it.
What we've been talking about for the last few minutes.
I know, I'm kind of asked to stop because I'm sort of blinking in and out right now.
Okay, we can end here.
Okie dokie.
I was gonna say I could keep going up until we actually do the spell if you want.
Sounds like that. I would rather you guys be able to talk about it in a clear mind if you want to use
Plus
it on
the
the
corpse
tower.
cannot land new information.
Fair enough. Well, I shall close down the stream then. Thank you very much for the game.
Yeah, no worries. It was fun, guys.
Toodles.
Sounds
Bye.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna go to bed.